Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Sandy Vasher. I am a fiction and nonfiction writer and author, and this is Sandy's Sunshine Sprints, and it's Monday morning. It's Monday morning, and we're like getting into October pretty good here. So I believe that we are at October 18th. So if you had anything you needed to get done before Halloween, this is the time to do it. Good morning, Claude. Good morning, Elizabeth. Thanks for being here, guys. I'm really excited to have people writing with me on Monday morning. I'm sure that for you guys, as me, Mondays are not the easiest time to get up really early. And I think we're all in the Eastern time zone. Is that right? I feel like, well, maybe Claude, you might not be. You might be in Central time zone, which would make this even earlier. So everybody here is here to get some productivity in before the day begins. I'm gonna get started pretty much on time at 6:05 because it's Monday and I'm on time today. Although my like dual screens aren't working right, so my timer is gonna look a little wonky this morning. I don't know if I can make it bigger easily, but we'll see. We'll see what we could do. And hopefully my computer will resolve itself. Sometimes that happens over the next hour or so. Um, so Eastern for you too, Claudia. Yeah, it's early for you also. I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina, and so it looks as if like the sun isn't even thinking about getting up yet. Like it's so pitch black outside. And I I don't think that will change until, well, let's see. I'm not even sure what time sunrise is this morning. Time of sunrise. Oh yeah, the sun's not coming out here until 7:24, so we're gonna be in the dark for this entire time, but not in the dark in terms of our writing, right? So I hope that you guys have good projects planned this morning. I'm working on the same project I've been working on all month, which is my young adult sort of contemporary story. And I'm hoping to be really productive because I have a babysitter coming today. So uh, yeah, we fall back in November. That is true. But so this is going to be kind of like a marathon writing day for me, starting here and then ending with a 4 to 6 sprint with Chloe, which may or may not go well because at that point the babysitter will be gone. But in any case, it is getting close to 6:05. So let's get that teeny weeny timer set up. Can I make that bigger? Ugh. That's just no good at all. Well, we'll do what we can with it. I will come back in 10 minutes, and that will be a good way to know that 10 minutes have passed. So let's go ahead and get started with that first 10-minute sprint. Good luck, you guys. Okay. All right. So, good morning, Better Days. Thanks for joining us. And that was the end of our first like little warm up sprint. So I'm gonna start our next one at 6:20. Wow, which feels strange, like as if we're on time this morning because we are. That's going to be a 30-minute sprint, and if you are here for words, then I my writing partner that I sometimes work with, Chloe Alice Balkin, calls it a 30-minute 1K, meaning your sort of goal is 1,000 words in 30 minutes. I hardly ever achieve that myself, but I think it's nice to have goals. So I'm going to set us up for that. So let's see. How'd you guys do? So Elizabeth says 271 for the warm up. I can't count my words for the warm up this morning because my Scrivener file is all wonky this morning. Like I've got all this stuff I need to remove, and I added things, but I feel like it doesn't count because I'm removing a bunch of stuff. So I guess I'm editing this morning. That's probably the best way to put it. But I was productive, and that makes me feel good. Um, so so let's think about like what things can help us all out during the 30-minute sprint. Oh, good morning, Laurel. 268 for you. That's I feel like 260, 270. That's really good for a 10-minute sprint. That's a pretty good pace. Especially for a warm up. And Claude edited a page, 10 left for the chapter. Says, how was your weekends? We took the little man, the little reason that I'm waking up at like 6 in the morning, our 10-month-old, to a pumpkin patch this weekend. And it was great and also felt totally perilous. I have a maybe somewhat irrational fear of like wagon rides. And I like the wagon. The place was great. We picked out adorable pumpkins, but the wagon, like one of the corners that I was sitting against, like where like this is sort of the like long end of the wagon, and this is the short end of the wagon, and then the tractor is like in front of us. The corner was held together by twine. I saw it and thought, oh, that's interesting. Like this is like twine in a prayer. And I wasn't going to say anything to my husband because he's way more like neurotic about this stuff than I am. And then he noticed it halfway through and was like, this is terrible. I think we're all going to die on this wagon, right? Everybody's going to fall out. The wagon's going to tip over. It didn't. We all survived. We picked out cute pumpkins. But it did feel totally perilous. And I hope that you guys all had a nice weekend too. It was beautiful in North Carolina here, just like absolutely gorgeous. I feel like we're getting just like that perfect crisp fall weather that you want. And it got cold enough last night for us to wear sweaters today. I can now put my little boy in like the long sleeve stuff. And that's not something I get to do a lot of the year here because it's so warm and humid. If you are thinking about like writing prompts, and I find those helpful sometimes. Oh, Laurel's in North Carolina too. That makes 3 of us, Laurel. I think Elizabeth's in Charlotte. I'm in Raleigh. I know Better Days, you didn't tell us where you were from, but I know Claude is in Canada. I keep wanting to say Ontario. He's in Quebec. Basically, so yeah, we have an NC group this morning. It's been nice, right? Like it's really good weather right this second. And I feel like we're getting a little spoiled. Like this is the time of year that you really want to live in a place like this. But man, it's been humid to get here, right? But in any case, okay, so to think about the upcoming sprint, because it's good to have like some prompts. I feel like fall is a really good time to think about sensory details and like what you're actually experiencing that makes something like a weather change feel good or bad or whatnot. Meaning, this could be everything from what's it look like outside, what's it feel like, to do you get migraine headaches because the weather changed? I do sometimes. Sandy's North Carolina sunshine sprints up. Yes, that's right. Maybe after COVID we can find a place to write in person one day, years from now. But anyways, so sensory details are a good thing to think about, and a kind of a good little prompt. So there you go. If you're looking for some inspiration, think about what it is that your character or whoever you're writing about might be seeing outside in terms of like what season they're in. And if you want to get really like meta about it, you could be talking about seasons of life. There we go. It's Monday morning and we're meta. Let's go ahead and get started. So this is our 30-minute 1K, and I'm going to start that timer now. Everybody, good luck with those sprints. Oh, Okay, that half an hour went by really quickly. Um, and we only have one more sprint left to do this morning. It's a 15-minute that I'm going to start at 6:55. And again, my project, I feel like I'm editing more. I'm writing, but I'm editing, so I don't have a good sense of how many words I got, but I do feel like I'm getting pretty close to the end of a chapter. So that's something I can live with. I feel like, let's see, did I actually lose words though because I'm editing? Possibly. I don't know. I'm gonna reset my target for the day. Um, did you guys know that the new Scrivener automatically counts like project targets for you? So if you write in your project that your manuscript target is say like 80,000 words, then and you tell it that your deadline is October 31st, it will calculate for you how much you need to write each day to achieve that. I think that's actually very impressive. All right, so let's see. How'd everybody do? Oh, wow, we've got a lot of people who achieved those 1,000 word 30 minutes. So Elizabeth with 10:45, Laura with 15:15. Claude with edited 2 pages, not so much done because you got stuck on a paragraph. Claude, I totally understand that. I've been there many times, but that's kind of part of the process, isn't it? That sometimes you get stuck on a paragraph. You don't always get just like tons of words out. Um, it's okay. It's all progress, right? It's all part of what you have to do to get that book written. Um, even if it even if you're like me and this morning you're taking words out, it's so hard to see a manuscript reduced in words in some ways. And then I always try to remember that actually it's a good thing to take words out of a manuscript. If you took words out, that probably means you made the manuscript better and all of these things, but still difficult. All right, so let's get set up for that last 15 minutes. And hopefully we can get some just final words in. I'll set our timer up here. These little breaks go by so fast in the morning. I do longer breaks when I do, word sprint sessions in the afternoons. Also, I usually have a co-host if I'm doing these in the afternoons. So you need a longer break there. But I feel like in the morning, if you show up at 6 to write, you're here to write, right? Like you don't have time to do anything but be super productive. So this is true co-working. We are here because we need to get some stuff done. And that's what I'm trying to do with our schedule is just keep us rolling with that so that you really can get stuff done. I got myself some tea at some point in there because that's something I need to stay rolling. So I hope that during these little 5-minute breaks, you get a chance to stretch, count your words, get coffee or tea or whatever you need. Do whatever that your family might need. The heat, we didn't have the heat on in the house last night, so we woke up this morning and like the baby's room was 64 degrees, which made both me and my husband feel terrible. But it's the night that the weather changed and we just didn't see it coming. So so somebody had to get up and turn the heat on. So whatever you needed to do right now, I hope that you were able to get that done. I don't have a word prompt for this last 15-minute session. I always kind of feel like the last session is your chance just to get the stuff done that you didn't get done in the 30-minute or the 10-minute, and that you'd like to finish before you get the rest of your day started. And I would be curious for all of you like here this morning, are you going to continue writing after these sprints, or are you going to work, doing something else with your day? I am going to be making a bottle and feeding a baby oatmeal and trying to get a babysitter set up before I get a chance to actually do more writing. So I probably won't write again until like 10, and that'll be sort of a luxury. But I'm curious about what your days are like. And it is 6:55 already. So whatever your days are like, I hope you're getting some good productivity in here. Let's go ahead and get started on that last sprint. So good luck, everybody. Okay. That is it for this morning, and hopefully you got some good stuff in there. I finished a long scene, so it felt a little bit like a chapter, and that made me feel good. I still don't know how many words I've gotten done with that, but I'm hoping to get done a lot today. I need today to be a productive day. Um, I so um, so when I asked what you guys were up to for the rest of the day, it looks like Claude's gotta continue for 15 minutes and then switch desks to go to work. So I'm sorry that your like at home work has to be something other than like creative writing. And so Elizabeth, sounds like this is the bulk of your writing today, but you have other ad related stuff to do. Me too. And I have not mentioned the Brian Cohen course yet today, but we're like a few days into it. So if you're an indie writer and you have not checked out the Brian Cohen, I think it's called the 5-day Amazon Profit Challenge. It's really good. Like really, it's free. And he does a really nice job explaining how Amazon ads work. I should try to find a link because I'm a big fan. So after I finished my chapter, I was inspired to look at how my books are doing. And the book I'm advertising is a sort of niche book. I wrote an infertility memoir, which is not like a super hot category. So I'm not competing against all the romance books in the world, but I've only made a couple of sales over the last couple of days, which is more than I'm normally making because, again, kind of a niche book. But in that area, that's enough to put me in like the top 25 in the fertility category. So, like I think it's so worthwhile when when a free course can help you with your rank like that on Amazon, because what else can do that, right? I mean, that's impressive. So I'm feeling really good about the challenge this time. I don't think I've ever had it go quite that well. We'll see if it actually kind of sticks. I'm going to see if I can't post a link to that, because if you're not writing and you're trying to market, that's just so incredibly good. And he runs it every, I think, quarter. So if you haven't done it yet, and yeah, thanks guys. I'm really happy with this too. So I'm glad that you guys all got in some work this morning. I really appreciate having people to write with. That makes my writing much better, especially this early in the morning when I'm so tired that it's hard to get anything done. And I will be back tomorrow. Since it's Tuesday, I might be back at like 6 a.m. again. I feel like by Wednesday, it could be more like 6:05. So I should be here all week in the morning. Come on in and write with me. I really like having other people to write with. And other than that, it's just about 7:15. So I know everybody's got stuff to do today. I hope that you all have a great Monday, and that if you're writing more, you're really productive for the rest of the day. And that if you're not writing more, that many amazing plot ideas come to you during the day that you can write about tomorrow. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.